Hi, so this is 5 tips to help you relax. So these are 5 genuine tips that I use and have started to use in the last couple of years. I've probably had an average of about 4 hours sleep a night for the last 2.5 years, being a mum and having a toddler now. And so I personally find it quite hard to relax. My life's pretty hectic and busy and full, which is wonderful, but at the same time, you know, we all need ways to unwind. So these are 5 of my top tips. So tip number 1, and I think we've heard quite a bit about this in the media anyway, is to reduce stimulus. So turn off phones, turn off laptops, iPads, tablets, radio, any kind of form of stimulus that's going to get your brain thinking or require your brain to work. I think it's really important in this day and age where we spend a lot of our time on our phones and in front of screens that we actually just be still, actually just not doing anything and not having any information received from outside sources. It gives your brain a chance to work at its own pace without being forced to respond to something. And so it might be that you just spend some time tidying up, doing some washing, sitting on your couch at home, just taking in the moment. Tip 2 is to move. There's a reason why we're advised to exercise. There are so many health benefits, but particularly in that by moving we release endorphins, which are the happy hormone that make us feel good and also help with relaxation. So getting out of the house, ideally, getting out of work, getting out of being indoors and just being able to have some fresh air, whether you're taking a gentle walk or you like to run. But obviously if you can't do those and you can be at home or in a gym doing some exercise, that's great too. It's going to help you sleep better, it'll help you unwind, it's great with de-stressing, so there are loads of great benefits. Be still. This is something that I think younger generations, including mine, find particularly hard. We live in such a fast-paced world now where we are part of all kinds of online social media communities where people can contact us at a drop of a hat. You know, you don't wait 3 or 4 days to receive a letter and then respond and have to go to the post office and drop it off, and then the other person doesn't get your response for another 4 or 5 days or weeks or whatever. You know, everything is so instant, and because of that I think we find it increasingly hard to switch off. I know I do. There's always a WhatsApp chat that I haven't responded to someone's message and I feel guilty about it, or I'm interested to see, you know, if anyone's responded to something I put on social media. You know, it's sort of ingrained in us now for the most part, so it's really important to just be still, whether that's sitting down, lying down, just taking in your environment, the sounds of your home, even if it's at work and you just take a few minutes, maybe part of your lunch break where you just sit still and you're not doing anything. Allow your mind to be calm and take stock of how you're feeling in that moment. You know, with all these other stimuluses, I think they can sometimes affect our true well-being and our true energy and feelings in that moment or on that day. And so sometimes I find I come home and I actually have a moment to be still and I realise I've really not had a good day. It's been incredibly stressful, but I've not taken moments in the day to kind of check in with myself, and that's what's so great about being stillers. And obviously being still, you know, you could extend that to meditation if you're interested in that, and that's certainly something that I could do a future video on if that interests you. Breathing and the power of breath. We see this a lot in meditation, we see it in Tai Chi, yoga, Pilates, even in just doing general exercise. By taking deep breaths, we allow ourselves to reconnect with our body, reconnect with our systems within the body, and just to find some calm and relaxation within that. So taking 2 or 3 deep inhales and exhales can really help you to relax, and I've used that a lot in situations in the past at work where I felt really stressed out and I felt like sort of my environment was taking over me and I felt really out of control, and I just take 3 deep breaths, whether I was at my desk or in the toilet or even at home, just to be like, let's just take a moment to take stock. And it really helps you to calm down and helps you relax as well. Sleep, it's the biggest thing. You know, reduction of sleep, sleep deprivation has an impact on everything about you, down to a cellular level. Sleep is so important for restoring our brain, giving our body a chance to rest, allowing cells to regrow, allowing infection to be fought, and it also helps with mood. So you can see how important it is for being able to relax. And if you're not giving your body the chance to repair itself, it's such a simple thing that you can do. Now, I really appreciate being a parent, that can be really difficult sometimes, especially if you're a new parent and you've got a newborn that's sleeping as and when it wants to. That's why it's so important, and people do say to try and sleep when your baby sleeps or sleep when your children sleeps, which feels like it goes against every law possible, because when your children are sleeping you feel like that's the time to run around, tidy up, clean up, prep for the next day, do the washing, have a moment to call family or friends, respond to your text messages, your WhatsApps, your Facebook, whatever. But actually the best thing you can do for yourself is sleep. And here's a few factoids about sleep for you. As you sleep, your brain has a chance to actually process your emotions. So your mind needs this time in order to reorganize and react the right way. When you cut that short, you tend to have more negative emotional reactions and fewer positive ones. Another benefit is steadier blood sugars. During the deep, slow wave part of your sleep cycle, the amount of glucose in your blood drops. Not enough time in this deepest stage means that you don't actually get that break you need to allow a reset, like leaving your volume turned up all the time. Your body will have a harder time responding to your cells' needs and blood sugar levels. So allow yourself to reach and remain in this deep sleep, and you're less likely to get also type 2 diabetes. Also, whilst you sleep, it helps you ward off illnesses. It gives your immune system a chance to identify harmful bacteria and viruses in your body, and they can then destroy them. So ongoing lack of sleep changes the way your immune cells work, which is crazy, guys. They may not attack as quickly and you could get sick more often. So guys, I hope you found those 5 tips helpful for finding more relaxation in your life. If you've got any tips that you find really help you, then please leave them in the comments section below the video. Otherwise, if you've enjoyed this video, then please subscribe and give it a like. Otherwise, I will be back with more tips again soon.